Hello, everybody. Um, as you guys know, I have been providing my ongoing daily coverage of the final trial for the FBI's Governor Whitmer um, kidnapping plot trial. And so, for various reasons that I cannot really get into or will not discuss right now, I am being censored from providing my real time commentary for everybody. So, what I have done is I've taken notes on the proceedings and I have done uh, Brandon and I, Brandon, of course, is one of the guys who was acquitted in this case. We have gone over our commentary for today's testimony, and I will be uploading that to my Odyssey and Rumble and my Twitter feed. So you guys can check out my commentary there. And it's just us, I've got pages of notes that I go over, and we basically are refuting more of their lies. And you would not, I would say that today was probably the worst of all of the days combined. We're on day 9 now, and I would say that today was pretty bad as far as the lies go. CHS Dan, the main informant there, Dan Chappell, he is, I would say, worse than Special Agent Impala as far as his inability to tell the truth under oath or tell consistent stories. And you're going to see too, and this is why I want everybody to watch this. It's only 2 hours long, and so just go watch it. But uh, you'll see, you'll see some of the embellishments, shall we say, that came out today, and just some of the silliest things. I mean, it is strange. And also, one thing that is important that I did address in this video is the transcripts from the first state case that occurred, by the way, last year. That trial was from last year in Jackson County. That was against Pete Musico, Joe Morrison, and Paul Bellar. The transcripts from that have not been made available. Now, those men are appealing their convictions, and the transcripts have to be provided in a timely manner so that the appeal can be filed in a timely manner. And the court reporter withheld the transcripts from not all of them, but from certain dates. It was I think 3 different days, and I'd be interested to see who testified on those specific days, because she put all the other ones forward. They were due in April of this year, and we're now into September, and she lied and said, oh no, I produced all of them in July. That wasn't true. She withheld these certain dates, and I believe the reason was to prejudice this final trial. And I believe that you'll find communications with her and somebody at the Michigan Attorney General's office or the FBI, because she lied, and they're sanctioning her $100. Really? $100? I think that's ridiculous. And now they're saying, they're trying to compel production of these by September 15th. That's in 10 more days. This trial will be over by that point. I think it's important to be able to compare Oompa Loompa's testimony and Dan Chappell's testimony with the prior testimony, not just from the federal trial, but from the state trial as well, because those stories are not consistent. And I think that that is a big part of why it was so important for them to shut down people dismantling their lies in real time, because they don't have the truth on their side. All right, so anyways, this is getting very long. I'm gonna wrap it up here, but I will let you guys know too that I'm working on something right now that I think that you guys are going to like. I'm working on a script for a video about Lucy Letby. So I'm interested to know, would you guys like that to be a 3-part series, or just my analysis, my psychological analysis? Because I was thinking about making it 3 different videos, one being my psychological analysis, one focusing on all of the evidence of her guilt, and then doing one focusing on all of the evidence of her innocence, because it is a very strange story and case for sure. And it's incredibly disturbing what she is accused of doing, if true. But it's one of those things too where you look at it, and it is, there's allegations that this is an NHS cover up. I don't believe that that is true. And I do think that some of the things that were brought up by her defense um, could be, I think, can be explained. You know, I think there's other things that still point to her guilt. But anyways, that's just me, and I would like to present both of them though, because I do think that, and I've talked about this specifically, when you have a situation like this where she was in many ways tried in the court of public opinion through the media, I always question that. And also, if you're making big allegations, the proof has to be as big as as bold as your claims, right? Like bold claims require a lot of hard evidence to back them up, right? Most of this evidence is circumstantial, and I think that I would rather have, and I know that some people are going to disagree with me, I would rather have a guilty person walk free than have a situation where an innocent person is sacrificed and unfairly and wrongly convicted. I think that's wrong. I think that we should always err on innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. And I believe circumstantial evidence does not meet that legal threshold. And even if you believe she did do it, you have to look at that and think, how can people need to, there needs to be hard evidence and hard proof. And I know for something like that, in that situation where unfortunately we don't have CCTV cams from the neonatal ward there at the hospital, but it's one of those things where it's not clear how she could even have, it's hard to wrap your mind around if you don't have like the medical expertise. Also, that's another difficult barrier, I think, for people to understand what was going on there. But there's multiple, if think about any, I've been to a neonatal ward, like my daughter was born premature, and I know what the wards are like. There's always people there, like in these hospitals. It's hard to think about how she would have been able to do this multiple times. Like even in some cases, it seems while other people were like in the same room as her. So that just seems very weird. But then there are other things that are not explainable other than somebody purposely did this. So there's questions about sewage and contaminated water. There's also apparently, I have this, and I'll bring this up if you guys do want me to do a 3-part series on it, or if you just want me to do the analysis, let me know. But I can, if you do want me to do a larger part series on this. There's several things I found that suggest that the NHS system is incredibly bad, incredibly corrupt, but also that there's other incidences like this happening where there's been an uptick in deaths or something. I think there's another hospital in the UK right now that again is these deaths are being investigated as potentially involving foul play. So that's kind of weird, right? Because it's not common that there are like multiple serial killers operating like in the medical system at the same time. Like at least you would think or hope. So anyways, this is getting off topic. I'm so sorry. Anyway, let me know. Do you guys want the 3-part series or just do the analysis? Let me know. I'm probably leaning towards whatever's going to be less work for me. So just to throw that out there, I'm just saying, you know, whatever you guys want, I'm here to, you know, I give the people what they want. And so we're going to throw the vote to you. Do you want more work for me or less? I'll let you guys let me know in the comments below. And also, please go watch the summary of today. I appreciate that over on Twitter, Rumble, or Odyssey. All right, guys, have a good day.